This is a story that only few people know. Let's go to El Salvador, country defined by its delicacies but also mysticism. Places where legends happen are always found in this country. In 1948, a man named Miguel was riding on his horse to get to the next town. After a whole day working as a carpenter, he had to travel during the night. He was tired and the road was bumpy. All of a sudden, he heard some thunders from afar. He did not want to be riding under a storm. Time passed and he began to feel sleepy. Suddenly, a figure could be seen on the side of the road. Miguel pulled the saddle to his horse, stopped. When he walked toward the figure, wrapped on a blanket, he realized he was looking at a kid of around 7 or 8 years old.
"Hello, little kid. Are you lost?"
asked to the boy. The boy only nodded.
"Come with me. We almost arrived to the next town."
Miguel took the boy and he continued riding. A few minutes passed and lights from a town could be seen. Miguel said,
"We're almost there. You should wake up."
The boy told Miguel, "Look at my nails." And Miguel noticed that the kid had huge fingernails. Miguel got really scared and screamed from too much panic.
Ah!
Next thing he knew, Miguel woke up and noticed the boy was not with him. As it turned out, Miguel fell asleep while riding and got a nightmare about picking up a strange kid. When Miguel finally arrived home, he hugged his wife and ate some well-deserved food. Later that night, his wife noticed some fingernail marks on his arm. Miguel told his wife what had happened on his way home and the weird dream he had. Fortunately, Miguel found a better job, and the best part, he now didn't have to travel from town to town. As Miguel grew older, alongside his wife and children, he told the story of him and the weird kid in the forest. Years later, at midnight, the boy wrapped in a blanket was walking in the forest. "I'm having way too much fun with these people. Ever since I introduced myself to that man named Miguel, people have been walking this forest at night. They try to be brave, but the moment I decide to show up, they get so scared." One of them even peed himself. They amuse me. I think I'll frequent other cities and expand my goals. After all, to these people, I'm like a legend, something to be feared and respected. As time passed, many stories like this one were told for generations and generations. This is the story of the weird kids with huge nails. Story number 2. The Headless Rider. It was almost midnight, and a man was still working, doing his rounds on a horse, where people sometimes asked him to carry them to the park or the forest. The man noticed that a woman was signaling him to stop. The man stopped. "What can I do, lady?" asked the rider. The woman said, "Oh, sir, I'm afraid I lost my dog. He was following some birds into the forest. It's been an hour already and still doesn't come back. Can you be a good man and make a trip into the forest?" "Yes, of course." The woman paid the man and hopped into the carriage his horse was pulling. As they were getting deeper and deeper into the forest, the fog was making it hard to see the road. Thank goodness the road had lampposts so they couldn't get lost. The lady said to the man, "It's getting cold at this hour. Why don't you wear this scarf?" "Thank you, ma'am," said the rider. The scarf was a bit long, but at least he'd be warm. Minutes later, they heard some barking from afar. "It's my little dog," said the woman. "Please, go faster." The man gave the order to his horse to go faster. The barking was getting closer, and the woman was telling the man to go faster and faster. "Go faster, my dog, we have to get my dog." The man turned around to see the lady, and he noticed that the woman was laughing frantically while she was saying, "Go faster!" The rider didn't notice a low branch from a tree, so the scarf got stuck. The man's head snapped swiftly from his body. The horse made a horrible scream as it noticed that its master was headless, while at the same time the woman kept laughing like crazy. Sometimes at midnight, you can still hear the barking of the lost dog or the woman laughing.